look at our location tonight, the home of the Suns here in downtown Phoenix. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. Now it's ended out to David Aldridge standing by from the sidelines. David?
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Chris Paul is still searching for his first title. He came close in Houston, but was traded, and by some was written off as over the hill. CP said, I control what I can. That's preparing to play every night. Doesn't matter how successful my season was or wasn't, I'm always going to strive and push myself. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Well, fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of teams that are slow to start a season.
And Kevin, the media as well.
Right,
I played in New York, and you know, in that town, you go big or you get talked about, no doubt about it. But with the way things have evolved now, and every team is a national team because every game's televised, it's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
And to look at the starters for San Antonio, Aldridge out there with Lyons. Then there's Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's White in at the two-guard spot. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jake Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Here's DeRozan. Aldridge wide open. He fires. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Well, this is where DeMar DeRozan proves he is the real deal. Not only a skilled scorer, skilled at finding his teammates as well.
And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And White slams it in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's the Suns with the ball. Here's Booker. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers. To the middle. Here's Paul. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
Well, you think because of his frame, it would be easy to knock Chris Paul off balance, but this guy has concentration and tenacity. Really good job keeping his focus.
Now, here's DeRozan. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Paul, following the score by DeMar DeRozan over Murray. A second chance effort. Here's Ayton, throws up again. That one good for two.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages. You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range, and while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
White drives in, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
And both free throws good for White.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Mr. Booker takes a three. Shot clock reset for Phoenix. And stolen by Aldridge. In transition, here comes San Antonio. DeRozan leading the charge. Murray kicks to White. DeRozan against Bridges. The 9-foot shot. And Aldridge slams it in.
And this is the power you like seeing from Aldridge, leaving no room for error with that flush.
Ball against Murray. Booker looking around. Right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to Los Angeles. Here's Wiles, out to DeRozan. Shoots a 3, knocks down the 3 ball. DeRozan's got 5.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
So for the Suns, Sharge checked in for Jay Crowder. Johnson comes in for Bridges. And it's Carter in for Chris Paul. Yes, that goes in.
I think the improved strength, right? Devin Booker willing to take on the defender, and he wins out.
And the jam by Rudy Gay.
And you can't fall asleep on Gay, even for a second. When you do, he's skies high there for the alley-oop.
Suns trail by 6. Booker outside. Johnson against Johnson. Passes it to Šarić. Carter kicks to Šarić. No good from outside. For San Antonio, they've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Mills, defended by Carter. Walker against Booker. Hurdle. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from 8. With the floater, that shot is off.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action after this word. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but, like, we may lose a game here or there, but, you know, everybody's still, you know, happy for each other. You know, we're just trying to build.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And take a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Pirtle. Johnson is out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Mills. And it's Walker in at the 2 spot. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Clock at 6. On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Johnson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Stolen by Gay. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Johnson, the pass to Walker. Back to Johnson. Spurs working the ball around now. The pass to Gay. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Here is Carter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. Wants to get it to Booker and does. And the basket is good. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, at 6'6", let's remember, Devin Booker has enough size to feel confident on the interior.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. So for the Suns, Jay Crowder's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Mikal Bridges comes in for Johnson. And Chris Paul subbed in for Devin Booker. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Burke. Kyle comes in for Rudy Gay. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Walker.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
Here's Vassell after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Wow, pure power on the drive by DeMar DeRozan. He's got that extra burst. We've seen it, able to finish with force.
And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. 6-point game. Craig, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
Now, Chris Paul has been successful at the highest level in the NBA, on and off the floor for such a long period of time. I love his intellect, his work habits, everything he represents.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
Paul against Aldridge. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Chris Paul.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 9. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
This guy does not mess around. DeMar DeRozan, spectacular. My goodness gracious, sir.
The Suns have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Vassell, the pass to Murray. Kicks it to Aldridge. Here's Lyles. Outside DeRozan. Over Bridges. Here's Vassell. Bridges with the board. Suns trail by 6. Here's Carter. Rebound San Antonio. Murray's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside DeRozan. No good on that one. And we've reached halftime in this one. Spurs lead by 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the 3rd quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the... It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, what's yours? And that's a wrap with the 3rd quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Now here's Booker. Some solid defense from Aldridge. DeRozan scanning the floor. Here's Wiles in the dunk by Lyons.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. So it's Phoenix now, trailing by 10. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton gets double teamed. For three, Bridges traps in the tray. Bridges has got 5 minutes.
Well, in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
Right side, Aldridge. Out to DeRozan. Over Paul. That one wide left.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Phoenix making a change here. Johnson's checked in. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Now here's Gay. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 6 points for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. Oh, Ayton in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
Left side, Walker. Now here's Mills. T right on him. Gay outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Saric checked in for Jay Crowder, and it's Carter in for Paul. And it's Ayton missing. Spurs leading by 9. Gay inside. Charge is there. That's good from Gay on the assist by Walker. Gay's got 10 points in the game.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
And Saric kicks to Johnson. Another 3 for Phoenix.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Mills finds Johnson. Saric against Gay. Second chance shot. Now here's Walker. Not a lot of room. And the dunk by Pirtle.
This team loves it when Pirtle can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get points, but this is an easy one.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's deflected. Stolen by Gay.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Sometimes picking after number 10 is just fine. The 13th pick in 2016, Devin Booker, one of the brightest young guards in the NBA today.
White. No good. Rudy Gay, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the San Antonio Spurs. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Suns trail by 10. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for San Antonio, you've got Murray. Lyles out there with DeRozan. Then it's White, and it's Aldridge in at the 5, roaming the paint.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Lyles kicks to White. Here's Aldridge. Murray, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Bridges, no one around him. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Murray against Paul. Aldridge inside. Out to White. 6 to shoot. Murray outside. Here's Aldridge. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And stolen by Aldridge. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Jake Crowder's checked in for Dario Saric. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Man, he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Suns trail by 8. Booker outside. Over to the left wing. 4 on the shot clock. And no good. San Antonio leading by 8. Murray, the pass to DeRozan. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, DeMar DeRozan excels at finding space to score from the mid-range. Whether it's coming off a screen or if he has to breaking down a defender, he'll get to that spot.
Pass to Johnson. Knocked loose. Now Bridges. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. A 15-footer. No good from Booker. The Spurs have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. 1:44 left here in the fourth quarter. To the left side wing. Now Bridges. Back to Booker. Shoots from the high post. And a kind goal that time off the rim as that one falls.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're leading by 8. 1:30 left in the game. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, DeMar DeRozan.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7.
After winning 2 championships in college at Villanova before turning pro, I think Mikal Bridges has the next championship in his sights. That's an NBA title.
Here's Aldridge. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Here's Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They've held a 12-point lead early.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're down by 10. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A platoon swap here for Phoenix. Payne looking around.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
And Gay is just so crafty inside, forcing the defense to hit him in the paint.
That's good from Rudy Gay. And so Gay nails both of them.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Payne with it. Good D by Jones. Gay against Smith. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, we know this team has offensive options, but it looks like there's great confidence defensively now.
Yeah, we have to. That's what we got to do. If we play defense, we know we can score the basketball whenever we want. We just got to get stopped.
Very impressive, DeMar. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.